Hello all you baby bats and bad witches, it's Marilyn, and for this video I'm really excited to share this vintage Valentine's inspired creative hair and makeup. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make these custom eyelashes and this cute heart hair. Before I get started, please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please turn on notifications for my uploads. I know I've been a little inconsistent lately, but doing these type of creative makeup videos really inspire me. The best way to keep up with me is going to be through social media, so please make sure to comment as well down below and let me know what you think of this look. Let's get started. I love making custom eyelashes, so I already got started on this pair. I got them from the beauty supply store, and you want to get something that's nice and spiky, and the glitter that I'm using is by Trixie Cosmetics in the style Buffy. The placement of the lashes is kind of important. You want to be able to see it when you open your eyes. So I'll be applying a dab of glue with my brush on eyelash glue on the tips of the eyelash, so it's definitely easier if you already have a style of lash that's spiky. I dumped out a few of the sequins onto the cap of the glitter just so it's easier to pick up onto the tweezer and just place it once the glue is a little tacky. This will give you enough time to adjust your lash if necessary. If you do this while the glue is droopy, it can sometimes drag down the sequin and get all over the hairs and ruin your lash, so be careful. I wouldn't recommend doing this on your most expensive pair of eyelashes. I love how the style is turning out, but I personally think that 25mm eyelashes are too big on me. So what I'm gonna do next is take a pair of scissors. These are really big, but they're all I could find at the moment. And I'm gonna be cutting 3 little pieces from the end of this style to apply onto another one. The base lash that I'm using is the Creme Shop 62 eyelashes. I love this style because they're really spiky, and since they're human hair, the band is really soft and comfortable. And to stack my accent pieces, I'm applying glue just over the band onto the hair of the lash. Once the glue is tacky, I can now add my accent pieces, and I like to push it just right up onto the band of my base lash. So here's my custom lash compared to the original. I like having more of a PC eyelash just so that it shows the work that I go in with onto my eye makeup. Tell me where you've seen an eyelash in this style before. It's a lot more fun to just do it yourself and create your own look. Now to get started with the makeup, I'm filling in my eyebrows using the Inglot White Gel Eyeliner mixed with a little bit of Sugar Pills Butter Cupcake eyeshadow. Now to spike up my dead bleached eyebrow hairs, I'm using the NYX Bear With Me Brow Setter. This stuff is like hairspray. It's so good. To create that plump pinup skin, I'm going in for a hydrating foundation and concealer. Since my eyebrows are so light, I like to go in and conceal around them first, so for that I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Warm. To really get in there and detail them, I'm using the Moda Pro concealer brush and then blending out all of my edges with the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. Next I'm applying a thin layer of the NYX Born to Glow foundation in the shade Nude all over my face just because it does have a lot of coverage in it, but it is just a smidge too dark for me, so I'm going back over with my concealer to even everything out. I feel like I hardly ever show my base routine, but this combo has been working really great for me lately. And next is the eye makeup, and I'll be using the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palette in Cherry on Top. I'm so excited to finally be dipping into this because it is the perfect Valentine's color combo with pink and red eyeshadows. You already know that I had to dip into this bright red eyeshadow called Tarte, and I'm picking it up on the Moda Domed eyeshadow brush. Since I'm going crazy with the custom sequined PC eyelashes, I'm just going to create a really romantic and classic eye, so I'm using this color kind of all over in the hollows of my eye. Next I'll be applying this shade called Sprinkles, and it's the most gorgeous burgundy eyeshadow. I'm using it to darken up the crease and applying it using the Moda Pro detail brush. To add some structure to the eye, I'm going in and cutting my crease using my concealer. I like to tap the outer corner of that concealer with my finger just to make sure that it's blended out seamlessly. To set the lid, I'm adding the shade Sweet, which is a baby pink shimmer. I started out applying it with a detailed brush just to get it up onto the edges, and then I switched over to my finger to get the full impact of the shimmer. This palette is pretty affordable, so I was really impressed with how bright everything came out. I'm just finalizing the blend in my crease, going back in with that deep maroon shade, adding my final touches for the next step, which is the eyeliner. I feel like the best type of wing to complement my crazy eyelashes is just going to be something really thin and pointed. So I'm keeping the line tight to my lash line and pointing out my inner corner. My natural eyelashes really suck, so I have to go in and curl them a lot just to make sure that they blend in with my falsies. This is going to help stop them from sticking straight down and breaking the illusion of these big spiky lashes. This mascara is Supernatural Lash by Melt Cosmetics, and I'm just adding a quick thin layer. I'm mainly just using this to dust off any of the shimmer or eyeshadow that's fallen down onto my lashes. Time for the lash reveal. Here's both of them all completed, and to me, I feel like we should name them like Queen of Hearts, it's giving Tarantula, and Tim Burton, so I think that's a good name. I'm sure you would probably think of something better, so if you have any suggestions, leave them down below. And my personal favorite eyelash glue is by Kiss, the brush-on one that's infused with aloe. So far, it's the cheapest and the one that doesn't rip out my eyelashes, although I don't really care because I don't have that many to start with. It has a really good hold and it's really comfortable to take off as well. This is pretty much my signature style of lash stacking with the 3 little pieces on a human hair lash band, so let me know if you try this out as well. And to complete my lash application, I add a thin band of black eyeliner on top of the glue. Next, for my complexion products, I'm applying the Matte Silk Bronzer by Milani. I'm adding a little bit of contour using the LA Girl Just Because powder, and really going in on my nose as well. To clean up my work, I like to go over it using the leftover foundation on my sponge. I wanted a more subdued and soft blush, so for this I'm using Flower Beauty Sweet Pea. I'm adding the No. 7 Pressed Translucent Powder just to give a doll-like finish to the face. As for highlighter, I'm using my go-to, which is Milani's Afterglow. Next, I'm so excited to finally use this lipstick. It's so beautiful. This is Besame Cosmetics in the shade Noir Red. It's such a gorgeous blackened cherry type of shade that's really authentic to the early silent film era of the 20s. And just take a look at this bullet component. It is exquisite. I will be using a liner, and for that I'm going with my favorite, which is NYX Cosmetics in Hot Cocoa. I feel like this lipstick is just so pretty. I was scared to use it, so I'm being careful and just applying it using the flat edge. It does give off a truly one swipe full coverage color. And I feel like it pairs really well with this eye, especially from the burgundy that I used. Next is the hair. I'm starting off by creating a middle part, and it's best to use this on 2nd or 3rd day hair. Having your natural oils in your scalp is going to make this style much more easier to sculpt. For this style, I'm just going to be using all of the hair in front of my ear, so I'm making sure to part that off and tie back the rest of it, which I chose to leave curled. This hairstyle was inspired by a book that I used to see all the time growing up in Vegas at the Betty Page store. It's basically a bumper bang and 2 victory rolls, which you could find tutorials for here on YouTube, and I'm just quickly going to show you what it would look like if you're using your natural hair. It's still really cute and heart-like, but to make it exactly pointed in the V shape, I'm going to be using a clip-in bang that I created. Since I'll be using a hairpiece, it needs something to grip onto, so I'm backcombing that whole section that I parted off in front of my ear. I couldn't find my teasing brush, so I'm just using a fine-tooth comb, and this is really going to help create volume for the rolls that I'll be doing next. This is what my bang looks like. It has snap clips, so I'm just going to be gripping it onto all the backcombing that I made. I love this bang so much, and I'll be styling it once everything is finished at the end. Now with 1/2 of my hair, I'm going to be sectioning off just the front of that to create a little roll that'll be used to blend between my bang and the actual victory roll. To To secure it in place, I'm just using a bobby pin, and you want to smooth it over using your comb and hairspray. Now for the victory roll, it did take me a lot of tries to get the angle correct, so I just started off by guiding myself in the right direction and then rolling and tucking all of the hair underneath until I get to the top of my head. Once I've pinned it in the right direction, now it's just about sculpting the correct shape. All I do is continue to use hairspray, the comb, pins, and pull apart my hair until I get it into the shape I want. In order to really make it look like a heart, the goal is going to be to pin the top of the roll as close to your middle part as possible. This is what one side looks like all completed from the side. To repeat this on the other side took a lot for me, so I just ended up plopping my roll into the general direction that I wanted it and just pinning and hairspraying the life out of it. Looking back at it right now, it does look so messy and like it would be a disaster, but I promise you, as long as you keep on pulling apart all the hairs into place, it'll work out. And honestly, I think this side came out better. And this is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial on my Valentine's Day creative hair and makeup. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel as well. For a closer look at all of my makeup, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at MarilynMugBeat. I'll see you next time. Bye!